When we hear the company name Konami, two things nowadays come to our head. The once great company that brought us many of our beloved titles, but more recently, the whole shitstorm that has gone over there since 2015. And Konami cannot seem to keep their names out of the spotlight. For those of you who do not know, Konami had a huge falling out with Hideo Kojima. Metal Gear Solid 5 suffered because of this. PT was canceled. Konami said that they're making strides to go into the mobile market because this is where they want to be, this is where they're going to make their money, and a whole bunch of shit went south real quickly. But it doesn't end there. 2017 and Konami is still making headlines. And this time for multiple reasons. This comes directly from a Japanese article that has been translated into English. And I wish I was making this shit up because this is absolutely sad. Now, this all started back during Tokyo Game Show of last year when Kojima was asked if he had any involvement or past involvement with Metal Gear Survive. And he said he had nothing to do with that was all Konami. To him, Metal Gear Solid has always been about political fiction, and he doesn't really see where zombies fit into that. Now, this got the crowd to laugh. And the laughter from the crowd is what seemed to upset Konami because Kojima apparently had some pull, some way to get the crowd to laugh at their game, and this apparently upset Konami. First and foremost, Konami, you guys defame yourselves. You don't need Hideo Kojima to do that. The way you treated him back in 2015, the way you have basically gave the fans the birdie and said, screw you, canceling PT, turning Metal Gear into a zombie survival game, and completely shitting on the franchise, removing Hideo Kojima directly from the game. Now keep in mind, Hideo Kojima has made Metal Gear Solid what it is today. The fact that you even have that franchise to its popularity where it is all credited to him and his team that has worked with him over the years. You can't remove Hideo Kojima from the name Metal Gear Solid. That name, Hideo Kojima, is ingrained as much in pop culture when it comes to mentioning of Metal Gear Solid than a lot of the themes and reoccurring elements that come with the Metal Gear Solid franchise. But that being said, the shit goes even deeper as Kojima Productions is trying to apply for healthcare. And apparently Konami has some board members who are on the board of the healthcare insurance that they're trying to apply for. They have about 7,000 companies particularly that these guys represent. Well, in order to get to apply, it needs to go to the chairman. Well, the chairman is directly someone who works strictly for Konami's higher-ups. And apparently they are making it pretty damn hard for Hideo Kojima and his team over at Kojima Productions to get healthcare benefits. As sad as that is, I wish I could say that's where Konami's whole shit show ended there, but it goes even deeper than this. Konami is going above and beyond and out of their way to go off and tell other Japanese developers to be wary of hiring ex-Konami employees. And a lot of these companies are listening to that because they have to go through this agency that represents Konami. They have to go through them, and it's more of a hassle to hire ex-Konami employees than what it's worth. Young, yeah, pretty much compared this to how companies will have to go through different resources to try to hire ex-convicts or people who have committed felonies, and why a lot of companies don't want to be bothered because it becomes more of a hassle. And this is kind of what Konami is basically doing with the people who worked for them. And the shit don't stop there. Konami has also come out and said that they do not want past employees to put them down in their work history. In other words, you worked there 3, 5, 10 years, no matter what game you worked on, no matter your technical achievements, no matter if you're a programmer, creative director, whatever the hell it may be, they don't want you to put them down, meaning you have no work history. You have no way to turn around whatsoever and say, well, yeah, this is what I've done, this is the accomplishment, this is the game that I worked on, I did an excellent job on this game, I was held award for this, blah, 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 whatever they can sit there and spiel to get these jobs that they, at these other companies, and Konami is stopping them from doing this. This is where I have a problem with Konami. I can forgive them for shitting on Hideo Kojima and not letting him get an award. I can forgive them for canceling a game. Hell, I can even forgive them for wanting to step into the more mobile market and then retracting that statement, trying to please gamers like this. But when you are literally playing God with people's lives, this is where, as a company, this is where, as a fan, I have to step back and go, I cannot absolutely support you in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if laws are different over there in Japan than they are here. That does not make it right to ever treat your ex-employees because they simply do not want to work with you, because you simply have to throw a tantrum and do not want them going out saying bad things about your company because of the shit that you have put them in. Konami has even had articles coming out talking about past employees and the environment that they were put in during their time working with Konami. And it is absolutely disgusting the amount of bullshit that these employees had to go through. Worked on a game that wasn't very popular, well, you get demoted to janitorial staff, meaning you're scrubbing the poop deck because the game you worked on failed and wasn't met with critical success. You take too long on your break, well, this gets announced over the intercom to let other employees know, yeah, so-and-so took 2 minutes extra on his break. Don't be like so-and-so or you'll get punished too. And announced over the intercom because you did so. This is such bullshit. And frankly, Konami, I could give a shit less about your shitty ass company. You can take all of your IPs, everything you've ever worked on over the past few years, and shove them up your ass so far that they never see the light of day. For the record, no, I had no intention of going out and buying Metal Gear Survive. I'm not even going to touch that shit whatsoever. I'm not even going to give you guys any of my money. I'm not even going to go pick up that shit used and give you guys any of my time. That is simply how much I hate you. How much I cannot imagine or fathom the fact that you want to go above and beyond out of your way to screw so many people's lives over. All over what? Nobody understands. You don't say jack shit about what was going on. You won't come out and talk about anything that happened back in 2015 and the whole falling out with a lot of your people and your whole corporate restructuring. And you know what I have to say about that? That in itself raises a lot of red flags, because there is obviously some heavy shit going on that you do not want to get out to the media and be talked about. It is sad when the analogy of Outer Haven becomes a reality. You have Kojima, who leaves your shitty ass company to go off and start his own company and starts hiring a lot of ex-Konami employees because nobody else is going to hire them, because you guys have so much pull over there in Japan because of your big ass name company being Konami. Well, you know what? Screw you, screw your company, and screw your CEOs. Until you get rid of everybody and anybody working in your chairman's board, your CEOs, do a complete corporate restructuring and hire a bunch of people who actually give a shit about their employees, who actually give a shit about employees moving on and finding better things, who actually give a shit about gamers themselves. And make no mind, this is not about me or you. This is about the shitty environment that workers have to put up with, ex-workers are putting up with, all in the name of Konami's bullshit company politics. This needs to be talked about. This needs to be shared, and Konami needs to be publicly shamed for the shit that they are doing. People need to be aware that this is the company that the once great Japanese juggernaut has become. The company that gave us Contra, the company that gave us Castlevania, the company that gave us Metal Gear Solid. And this is the way they're treating their employees. I don't care how far you want to remove yourself from the video game market or remove yourself from individuals who used to work for you that do not like the way that your company is going. Nothing gives you the right to toy with their healthcare benefits, to toy with them getting another job, to toy with them putting down their work history to show potential experience. This is where, as a company, You have gone from an EA to an outright abomination. If any of you think EA is bad, well, Konami has just taken the cake for the worst video game company ever. And all I gotta say to you guys, Konami, is screw you, screw your bullshit politics, and I've had enough of everything to do with your company. Over the past 2 years, you guys have become nothing but a laughingstock, nothing but a shitstorm of controversial idiocy that absolutely needs to stop. As a fan of your company, I am utterly disgusted by the amount of shit you guys have done for the past few years. So let's bury the hatchet. Let's say what it is. Say, I'm done supporting your company. I'm done supporting you guys as individuals. And as to any Konami ex-employees out there, thank you for your time that you spent creating some of my favorite franchises. Thank you for the effort that went into providing some of my most memorable childhood moments in gaming. Some of my favorite moments in gaming. And my love and support goes out to you guys. I hope that the Konami employees can move on from this shit and find jobs that actually care about their endeavors, care about what they can bring to the company. You guys deserve better than what Konami's giving you. So, truth be told, Konami, you can suck it for all I care. I am absolutely done even remotely supporting your company. Thoughts, opinions, leave that down below. Let me know what you guys have to think of this. I am absolutely disgusted by the sheer amount of stupidity that Konami keeps on pulling. Be sure to hit subscribe there for me. Keep up to date with all of my content. New videos will come your way weekly. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Those are going to be down below in the description box. You guys are watching the Spoony Bard, and most importantly, stay happy, be happy, game happy. The Spoony Bard is checking out. Oh, and Konami, screw you.